skipper for avoiding all the jagged rocks and for a smooth ride. And finally, my beautiful bride. I'd like to just repeat what I just did about earlier, because I wasn't quite sincere about it, but in order to be truly happy in life, you need a woman that can cook. I love it that we both like to cook, and it is important in a relationship that we both make the effort. We both make the effort above and beyond what's expected, and I hope we still do when we're grandparents. A woman that looks good. I love it that you can wear pretty much anything and look stunning in it. I love clothes shopping with you, and that says a lot from a man. A woman that you can have a laugh with. I think we've got a very similar minds, and we often finish each other's sentences and say things at the same time. We do, don't we? It's uncanny. And we have laughed till, well, we can laugh till we cry. A woman that you'd happy to show your parents. My family absolutely adore you, and that's no lie. I knew that you were the woman that I wanted to marry a long time ago. Not sure if it was during one of our all-night talks about nothing, or whether it's because I could spend all night talking to you about nothing. I decided that I would like to make a proposal something special, so I booked a weekend in Paris, a trip up the tower, to do the deed and a champagne cruise afterwards. It wasn't until I got there, it was a little bit early, and you said, "Oh, it's still light, shall we go up the tower now?" It's like, let me just go and get something. It's fortunate actually, because it was foggy the following day, wasn't it? But I'm, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually terrified of heights. So I was terrified on 2 counts. However, I love you so much that it's untrue. I'm really excited and looking forward to spending the rest of my life with you. Thank you for saying yes. And I'm so proud to be wearing this wedding ring. It means so much. So anyway, if you raise your glasses again, if you still have, for a toast to our bridesmaids and my lovely bride. We'll pass you over to my best man now, and hope I'm not going to have too much of a verbal pummeling.
Well, I think I've lost quite a bit of my material there. I think if this was on a piece of paper, I think I would have thrown most of it away now. Let me see, what have I got left? Yeah, it's definitely done my job. But I'd like to say that I've rarely seen a couple that are so well suited as Richard and Jodie. As Richard says, we've known each other a long time. He was 13 when... sorry, I was 13 when he was born. Sorry, I'm a little bit hungover still from last night. Besides, when there's only 2 times when your brain actually stops working. One of those is when you die, and the other is when you stand up and have to make a speech like this. So that's what it feels like now. We actually Richard's last night of freedom last night. We were planning on just going for 2 pints, you know, in a local quiet bar, but Richard said, well actually I know this vodka bar down in the middle of York.
Chili vodka, David.
So 2 chili vodkas later, which burn the back of your throat. I think it's an echo. Hello. And then we got lost on the way home, so we actually ended up in a cocktail bar. Do you remember that, Richard? And yeah, we got in about 2:30 this morning. I can tell when Richard's drunk when he actually throws up in the street he's walking down. which it's the best indication for me, that. Yeah, I'd just like to say what a lovely ceremony that was. I was a bit. I think I got a tear in my eye, and it was lovely to see the reaction of you all to the ceremony. It was great to watch. It would have been great if you could have filmed it from where the registrar was standing to see your faces, but unfortunately that doesn't get filmed. And again, a tribute to, again, because Richard's already done this, but I'd like to say how nice Jodie looks in that dress. Fantastic. It looked very nice in the registrar. And how smart Richard looks in that suit. I think, unfortunately, there's a few of us that are dressed the same, but I think we all went to the same outfitters, didn't we? But hey, and I'd like to toast the. Well, I can't really toast the bridesmaids because, well, I can. There's only one though, isn't there? Where is she? Oh, yeah. Let's toast the one bridesmaid then. To Charlie.
Charlie, well done, Charlie.
Well done. Well, I got down here. I was going to say that you all look like you've scrubbed up well, but I wouldn't say anything like that. You might get insulted. So, oops, I've already said it. I think what I'd like to say really is I'd like to mention Roy actually, and how Richard is a chip off the old block. Sorry, brain stopped working. I'll tell you a story about Roy. He's an absolute brilliant mechanic.
No.
I went on holiday. It must be about 15 years ago, and I just got to the end of the road. I was driving to Cornwall, and my car started bellowing black smoke out of the exhaust. I had to drive all the way to Cornwall with this bellowing black smoke, and I took it into a garage in Cornwall when I got there, and I'm not kidding, there were a group of mechanics at this garage spending an entire day scratching their heads trying to find out what was wrong with it, because they checked everything: spark plugs, leads, ignition system and everything else, and they just couldn't fix it. Charged me a fortune, of course, as they do, but I decided to put up with this car, and I drove it all the way back to Yorkshire, still bellowing black smoke out. It was doing about 3 miles to the gallon. I thought, the first thing I do when I get back to Yorkshire is I'm going to go see Roy. And no word of a lie, I actually took the car to Roy, and I said, Roy, it's doing this, black smoke coming out the back. And Roy just got hold of a paperclip, whipped up the bonnet, and said, oh, they're prone to doing this model of carburettor in this car. And he just broddled this paperclip in a breather in the carburettor and cured it in less than 60 seconds. Now, what I'd like to say is Richard is, I would say, a chip off the old block. Although Richard's not a mechanic, he is brilliant at what he does.
What he does, yeah.
Working with computers. He's the sort of guy that he doesn't just program them and know the run-of-the-mill stuff that all of us know, but he's the sort of guy that can make your laptop talk to your toaster. It can make your alarm clock talk to your toaster. And if you want, if Richard's been in your house, you could get up on a morning and think, I'll have toast this morning. Tell your alarm clock. By the time you get to the kitchen, it's there. I mean, some people would. I mean, the term geek is one that's been given to Richard, and that's meant in the fondest way possible, isn't it? Yeah, geek. Yeah. It's meant. Yeah, everybody loves you for it, and I think what's really important with you and Jodie is that she, one of the things that she loves you for the most, and or one of the things, and I think that's really